But yeah, unfortunately, it looks like if I want to prioritize the export of the dirt, I still need to set something up for that. Sadly. It's annoying, but there we are. That said, I could just have a single building. Can dirt be used for anything? Let me just have a look. Dirt. Where are you? It'll be in the D's. No, it won't. No. Okay, so dirt doesn't get used for anything in particular other than landfill. Well, what I was going to say is if I wanted to, I could have a splitter or just a single output one. If there's like rocks and dirt here, I could just say, hey, this will take both and we'll have a maximum priority empty order. It'll empty whatever's in there, but I lose a bit of control if I do it that way. It is a shame that this is the way it works. Basically, unless I have a pull request, which I could do, I could make somewhere that has a pull request for areas where I'm doing a lot of works like that. It's not actually a bad idea, you know. The other thing I could do is I could set up, like, start getting ahead of the curve because we're about to run out of trees down here. Sure. One, two, three, four, five. That's the limit of a retaining wall, sadly. That was a very, very long slope. Don't need it to be that big. Yeah, that is very true. A mind control tower can be anywhere on the map, but if you've got multiple fill areas that you want to be filled with different things, for example, this one, I was specifically only using dirt and rock for, but then others where you're happy for it to be whatever. Let's see. I mean, we've got this one for that goal, actually. Yeah, no, we could totally do that. I have been stripping them down in certain areas. You know what? Sure. Let's decommission a couple of them. In fact, let's decommission this one and we'll move it. I wasn't sure that they could be anywhere, honestly, but I've never really tried. So that's a fair point. This one is already controlling this area. So that's fine for now. That's got a lot to fill in. I guess I have taken away a lot of the random stuff. So, you know what? This isn't really strictly needed here. So let me grab this and bring it all the way over here instead. There we go. And we're going to build a couple of storages. Dirt. Compost and no. This is still the problem. Ultimately, if I want to export from it and I also want a priority import to it, I can't. And that is an issue, because if I say, yeah, I want dirt over here, and I want my mind control tower to use this as the output point, it won't work because I'm telling it to keep full. I kind of need something that allows me to keep full and to output at the same time, which is just a pain. A real pain. Well, ultimately, I guess I'm going to have to bring this stuff over here anyway. Like, whether they bring it over in my logistics fleet brings it over, and then I've got a couple of trucks just quickly dumping stuff, or I do it the long way, doesn't really matter. Let's get rid of all of those. What I could do instead is I could have a couple of storages over here that are there strictly to allow me to get rid of dirt and rock for the time being. It's annoying that I'm going to have to do it this way, but here we are. So, rock, dirt, I'm going to add compost to the global dump allowance. Rock, dirt, and I guess slag will be allowed. But I am going to put this on a... This should be on a keep full. But I want it on a fairly low priority. So if there's somewhere else that has a priority fill order, I'm going to put it on priority 10. I think the default is priority 9. So keep full. Priority 10. If there is somewhere else that wants this stuff, I would rather it go there. Like if there's somewhere that's going to process the rock, I would rather the rock go there. Same with the slag. And this will then export routes for these. And I'm going to want 6 vehicles here. Now, by doing this, they should pull from this. Because I've got to keep full order. I'm going to need this to be built quickly, though. So let's get those done first. Actually, until I've got that done, there's no point in having the trucks assigned. Right. Little by little, bit by bit, we're getting there. We're doing down here. We're doing okay. Always room for more excavators at the coal mine. Hey, Shadowhiss. Just in case a pass, Aavak. Point is, if you assign a mine storage to output to a tower that has dumping assigned, trucks will actively dump that storage, as if it had empty order. You can assign a single storage to many dumping towers too. They'll dump wherever there's space. I'm not sure if I follow you with that. Aavak's a blind. Noted. What? I mean, it takes me time to read chat, but... My lord. I don't know if Shadowhiss was here for the explanation on why that doesn't work. But hopefully when they come back, they will catch up with it. Who can say? Now, so far, I've never seen this filling these up to the point where I'm worried about it, so we're probably okay with that. Are they dumping all the dirt over here? I certainly hope not. No, no, they're not. Good. Right, well, you know what? We've got a battleship. We should be out looking at the map a little bit more. Let's go and deal with this. What is our ship? How strong is our ship? It's got a battle score of 190. That's maybe not take on a battle score of 170. That's a little bit too close of a fight for me. Let's go... Yeah, sure. We'll start exploring up in that direction. Bye-bye. There we go. Now these should be requesting now from the various locations. We'll see if that works. No, they're all grabbing coal right now, but that's fine. Configures dedicated export routes for trucks. Once the storage is set to export into another storage, trucks will only export products to that storage. No other unassigned storage or machine will be able to export from this storage. This does not affect imports. Route assignments do not affect any connected conveyors or pipes. Storage can also be assigned to a mine control tower. I guess the other thing I could do is have it assigned directly to this mine control tower, and I think that's what Shadow Hiss was commenting on, but then the trucks from this control tower would solely be responsible for emptying that, and that's a hell of a route for them to take. Whereas right now, my main logistics fleet is responsible for it, so I'm a lot happier with that in general, since there are more trucks in my main logistics fleet to take care of it. Right, we did get an exploration. What did we find? Some more pops. We better bring those back quickly. Rubber, copper, vehicle parts. Hooray, indeed. We'll carry on the explore. Sorrel, the soul, there. That is beautiful. Durin would be proud. The world was young, the mountains green, no stain yet on the moon was seen. I'm not doing the low notes very, very good there. No words were laid on stream or stone when Aavak woke and walked alone. There we are. Didn't expect this kind of battle, and we were already partly damaged, but that's okay. The Song of Durin is a pretty good song, yes. I can see why you love it. Let's go home. Little by little, we're getting all of this sorted. Right, we've got slag. We've got no dirt yet, though. We've got rock. Are we even filling this area is the question. Like, I'm not seeing much work going on over here. That being said, I suppose they are doing a bit down the bottom. Yeah, they are. Oh, we still need to excavate that area. Huh. Have you got any Oh, you don't have any excavators assigned. Well, that is a problem, yes. Let's get 2 excavators over here then. And we're going to need a few trucks. Just 1 each on this one, I think. Once again, we're at this point where we're not removing. Now, it is quite possible that I'm just being a derp, and I'm not grasping how it's meant to work. But this, to me... Well, let's pop that up to a priority 1 and see if they will actually pull. Because maybe I'm being trying to be a little bit too clever by messing with the priority on it. Yeah, it was it's quite possible it's because my trucks are so busy, yes. Quite possible. We'll see, though. You bringing dirt back? Yes, they are. Alright. So that is the reason, then. Because I've got it on a priority 10, it's not pulling. Maybe I should have it on a higher priority, then. I definitely don't want it on a priority 1, but... maybe we put it on a priority 6. I guess when you think about it, that does make sense to some degree, but... still. No, I suppose if I had it on the default priority, then it would split it evenly between all the various places that wanted it. I guess we could put it that way. But my goal is eventually to have them crushing the rock. Because that'll take a little bit of load off our sand excavator. Aavak, you can't even assign trucks to a tower without an excavator. Dumping orders are carried by the main fleet. Oh, are they? Really? Do you not have anywhere to... oh, no, you've already done it. That's right. Okay, fair enough. Rightio, rightio. Alright, well, we don't need them there then. And... don't need these there either. We'll get them gone. And I guess I'll pop them back down here. Hopefully we can get these complete relatively soon. What's holding us up on that? It is iron, really. That's an interesting one. I suppose. Yeah, I think we're just really strapped for vehicles. As much as I don't want to fill the fleet out, we'll go ahead and we'll fill everything we can. Still repairing that? Probably, yeah. Oh, the system we had before did work, in that, as you can see here, I still do that. Even though they can export from here, and I don't strictly need them not to. Because everywhere is trying to pull coal, it's a bit easier. So, just for those who've recently joined or haven't been following too closely, it's very easy to get lost with this conversation. Previously, the way that routes worked, prior to the most recent patch, a route was bidirectional. The moment you connected a storage to a mind control tower or a storage to a storage, only items, the export and import priorities of those storages were linked. Think of a mind control tower for this example as a storage. So the mind control tower who's got trucks assigned would export to that storage, but only those trucks are allowed to import from that storage as well. Which was useless to me because the trucks assigned to a mind control tower aren't going to go and randomly do tasks elsewhere in the factory. So as a result, the fix that we had was the double storages. So this one would be controlled by the mind control tower and would immediately dump into the other storage, which was accessible by the rest of the fleet and specifically not accessible by the trucks of the mind control tower. So you had, an extra step, but it worked, and it worked quite well. But now, routes are unidirectional. So you have to explicitly say, I want this route to be an export route and or an import route. So although these are getting import routes from the mine control tower, so they're dumping dirt and coal and stone here, the rest of the fleet is allowed to pick up from these locations. Uh-oh. Have I run out? Oh. I may have run out of places for them to excavate. Let me quickly fix that before we continue with the explanation. Let's get all the way down here. There we are. We'll get rid of that bit, otherwise it'll come play. Now, what we're trying to do is to make this system work so that I don't need to build 2 storages. But that is a completely functional task. Sorry, yeah, a solution, I should have said. Sorry, I was reading chat a little bit there. Aavak, is the coal silo for iron steel both importing and exporting? No, it's only importing. Oh, well, it does actually have export on as well, you're quite right. But because it's got keep full, that doesn't matter. This is the part that's the problem. Is the moment you tell something to keep full or keep empty, and it doesn't, like, this isn't keep this full, but the rest of it do what you want. It is keep the whole thing full, but prioritize keeping it this full. If I were to do that, it gets rid of the other side. You can't have one or the other, sadly. And the moment you tell it to keep full, does not matter what I've got up there. It will ignore that completely. Aavak, I just noticed trucks go to this storage and pick it up. Really? Could someone clip that for me? Because it's quite... Maybe the behavior has changed, but that has always been the way it's worked. The moment you had an export or an import order, that was it. It would never push or pull from that. Like, it would it would be quite exclusive to that one thing. Hey, Tubman! Honestly, storage bins are cheap. I feel that just doing the double storage like before is the simpler. No need to overthink it. I'm very close to that point as well, if I'm honest. Just because it is a workable solution, and having double storage bins at a location isn't a bad choice. But I would like to see what I can do with this system. Now that something's changed, I would like to play around with it until I fully understand how it works. Could you clip it for me, Zangiri? I know you're saying 2 trucks came up to it empty and then went away with it, with coal, but a clip, you know, a picture says 1,000 words sort of thing. I just want to double check, because what you're reporting runs completely contrary to my experience of playing the game for quite a long while. So that doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong, but I would like to see that if I could. Because if that's changed, that's actually going to be... Well, it's not going to be a problem. It's just something I'm going to have to account for moving forward. Oh my good lord. Chat, I've lost you. Where is chat? Chat is buried underneath a massive gift bomb from Tubman. Thank you ever so much, mate. That is incredibly, incredibly kind of you. Fantastically kind, in fact. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Looking dapper indeed. There we are. Compost is being readily made now. Got huge heaping loadfuls of taters heading down to be made into compost to later fill the tater crater. It was a good day. But I will watch. There is coal in there now. Tell you what, there is actually another way that I could do this. I could specifically forbid export over here. Now, there's a need for coal in the whole factory. Let's have a watch of this. Well, actually... Huh. See, that's the other thing. is there is no way that this thing had a full coal amount. Well, I guess there is a possibility of it, but... There's an empty truck there. I mean, they're picking up from over there. I'm going to allow export for now, just to get this out there, but I could... well, see, there's no way this was full because I'm not producing enough coal for that. I say no way, I understand that, you know, I am aware that there's no absolutes with that. I can't absolutely be certain of it. True witness mode engaged, I don't know how full it was. That being said, the likelihood is this was not so full as for there to be any coal in this section of this bar. And so not only would a truck picking up from here whilst there's a keep full order be abnormal to the way the game has always worked, it would strictly be ignoring the explicit order not to export it. But I'll bear that in mind, Zangiru, but I think there is a good chance that you may have misseen something. But I will keep an eye out for that now that you've said it. If we spot it again, then that does sound very much like a bug report scenario. Oh, wow, we're actually really low on power. Is this spinning? Yes, that is most definitely spinning, but... Got loads of power over here. Yeah, we just pushed the power limit a little bit too much. Yeah, that's why I wanted to see the clip. It's very possible that you might have seen a truck and just assumed that it was full of coal, but it could have just been an empty bed of a truck, because the first thing that occurred to me is you could have seen that. Trucks assigned to excavators never change the kind of well, I'm not actually sure what that would be, the container on their backs, because when a regular truck is moving around, it's got nothing there, it's just the truck and the wheels. But these never stop having a container, and it could have been a similar scenario to that. I don't know, like that one there. That one is going where? Yeah, I will definitely keep an eye out though for it. Just because it hasn't happened before doesn't mean it's not capable of happening for the first time, or that there is a new bug introduced. It has just been a patch. So I will keep a very close eye, and if I spot anything like that, I'll let the devs know. Thanks for bringing it to my attention though. Right, no available place to dump products. Yes, I know, you're all full of dirt. Tree harvester has no trees to harvest. Yes, I know, it sucks. We will get there eventually though. I could just excavate over here and that would work, but would much rather... Oh, there we are. Now, let's actually see if this will do its job. I don't think it will. No. Pickup has no compatible excavator. Yeah, you're quite right. Trucks assigned to the mine control tower don't do anything. Does the general fleet, though, since the mine control tower has been explicitly told to pull from these cargoes, will the logistics fleet actually dump there this way? It's not something I've really played around with too much before, so I'm quite keen to find out. The fact that this doesn't have explicit vehicles here, will trucks actually interact with it? With my main logistics fleet draw from these, or have I basically blocked them from using anything? Everyone here is mind control tower. Absolutely everyone. Don't worry too much about it. I'm not seeing any trucks picking up from that, sadly. Okay, so after experimentation then, I'm very sad to say, it's probably just going to be easier, as was pointed out earlier, just to keep with the old system. And just have these set up to automatically export at each location at a priority. I could still have a central pickup area that draws from every excavator on the map, brings it over here, and then exports from this central location. So I would have all of the like waste items gathered in one place, and then with an empty order. That being said, maybe I should try putting an empty order here and see what happens next. We'll see. Let's have a watch. Are you coming over here to pick up? Oh, you are. Never mind then. Eve. So that's something I'm going to have to report, because there apparently is a fix for circular logic, but it doesn't seem that that one works. It does not seem that that one performed as intended. There is meant to be a fix for circular logic like that prevents that sort of thing from happening. But I swear, if you do the same, that's glorious and terrible. So so another storage trucks will only export products to that storage. No other unassigned storage or machine will be able to export from this storage. So it's not caring about the mind control tower or its designation. And since these are not blocked from receiving, though I guess I could. Well, no, I couldn't block them from importing, because if I told this to import to these, then that would create the circular logic. Yeah, I don't think there's a way of me doing this. Right, we've spent way too much time faffing around with this now, so I'm just going to delete those. Sad to say, there is most likely some way that we can use the import export priorities, but in this case we're just going to go back to something that was working, and I feel bad about that, because I do like to validate the inclusion of new features. I can't see a function to this right now, though. Hopefully we've got material enough to get that built. Oh, well, actually, that one just... Huh. Interesting. That one just went and grabbed some already. Maybe we're not going to have to worry about that one too much. We'll see. We'll see. When life gives you taters, fill a crate, indeed. You might be right, though. If our logistics network wasn't as chock-a-block as it is right now, that problem may well have resolved itself. I don't really feel like waiting on that one to find out. I feel like, especially with my coal mine of all things, I think it's probably more important to have everything moving forward there. Right, how are we doing? How's the fertilizer going? Oh. Haha. So you know how there was concern that this would fill up? It hasn't. It has diluted the fertilizer. That is very interesting. So it's moving the organic fertilizer down there. Now fertilizer 1, but when it gets to its target, it just dilutes it. It mixes in the farm rather than being strictly... It won't use any of the other fertilizer until the entirety of the previous one has been used up. Duffelfish, didn't they do something to remove... Oh, Duffelfish, you are... See, this is the problem. We're going to have that question now a fair bit. They have done that, yes. But I really struggle to get it to work. Now, odds are it is purely because we're just so busy that our trucks can't. But, yeah. We are going to need to set up research labs too to do any further research. And we're going to need... I bet we're going to need more of these. Let's have a look. Is that going to require the advanced ones? Probably. Liquid nitrogen? Oh, yes, yes. Steel at a chemical plant. Steel and nitrogen to make liquid nitrogen. Okay. Well. In this case, we are going to want... I am going to assume that once this is built, it will not accept regular lab equipment. Let's hope that is the case, because I'm about to break them. So I'm going to need steel over here. And this is producing 12 every 60 seconds. Just pop that down for a second and see how much this would produce. It would need 24 every 60 seconds, so I would need 2 of them producing to run one of these. And that would give me 12 every 60 seconds. So that's kind of a pain, but... guess it isn't the worst. In fact, I could even fit another one of these in there. Of course, I could upgrade it, but that sounds like work. Bring that straight down. And straight across. There we go. We will copy the settings here. Pipette tool is V. And then both of those will output into one of these, and I'm going to need some extra steel. To have it all the way over there, but I guess I could just pop this down here instead. It's not very expandable, I'll be honest. In fact, let's move you forward a little bit. And have this come out here, up. To about there. One across and then down. There we go. And that can just go straight in there then. Of course I missed one tile. Right. Right, let's get all of this built. And that needs to be set to accept steel on a fill order. Alright, that shouldn't take too long. Let's try and Unity build it if we can. If any of it can be quick built, then please do. Additionally, since I am quite likely not to need more lab equipment in the future, how about we have this be imported over here and also piped in. So it's kind of a temporary thing, I guess, but in fact, let me bring this out a little bit more. There we go. We'll delete this route right there and instead have a backup area for lab equipment. And this one will empty into the main area. Just wait for a truck to come along. Well, the ramp down is not... Which one? That one. The ramp down there was definitely building. As evidenced by the fact that it got built. Yep. Right. Now, I kind of need all of these removed, sadly. And I don't know of a way to do that without simply stripping them all away. Annoyingly. I guess we'll find out whether these still need the basic lab equipment or not. Toggle direction on the belts. Good call. Very good call. Fantastic call, in fact. Thank you. Click the belt. You can clear stuff on it. Oh, remove products. Literally right in front of me the whole time. There we go. That is actually a much better way of doing it, so thank you very much for that. Oh, wait. Damn it. No. I'm gonna need to do that instead. Because, of course, we need... Oh, yeah. I'm just being a dumb here. I need a chemical plant for the steel. That's completely set up the wrong way. Look, chat. My brain is not firing on all cylinders today, okay? Shush. No sass from you. I expect to see 0 sass. 0. Less than 0, in fact. Negative sass. Do I know about shift click to delete the full transport segment? No, I did not. Thank you very much for that. That's really useful information. Nope. No. That's exactly the opposite of what I wanted. Get rid of you. Eventually, apparently. There we go.